say and spell your first and last name and your title?
Sure. My name's Nathan Agrin. It's Nathan Agrin, and I'm a user interface engineer at Twitter.
You just give me a 10 count. I'm just hearing some noise in the room.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is that fan on above your head?
There is noise on the other.
That's like a static white noise up above his head, I think.
Yeah, I can hear like buzzing, I think, from the lights, and I can hear people next door.
Yeah, from the other.
There's
room.
definitely
We turn the
voices
lights.
over
We
there.
could turn the lights out.
No, we're fine. I can just hear a little bit of noise. I mean, I don't think anyone will hear it who isn't wearing really nice headphones, but I just want to make sure that it's just natural noise in the room. Okay, so looking at Jocelyn and not me, can you say, my name's Nate Blah,
Sure.
I work at Twitter, and if you want to say what your Twitter handle is,
Yeah, sure.
I just think, because in my mind, I'm going to open this with you talking, and then as you say your name, I'll do a screen grab and type your name into Twitter with the
Yeah.
@ and then just go to you. I think that's like sort of a little cool open.
Sure. Are you going to tell me if I'm like sitting too far forward?
You
or
can sit
I'm
anywhere
fine?
you want.
Okay. Yeah, so my name's Nate Agrin. I'm a UI engineer at Twitter. My Twitter username is @n8 AGRIN. So it's kind of like my name.
Good, perfect, thank you. That's all I need.
Ready?
Yep.
All right. So can you talk a little bit about the opportunities you experienced at Berkeley in terms of the classes, the professors, your lifestyle? What was the general experience?
Sure. My experience at the iSchool was fantastic. I had a really great opportunity to meet a lot of different people from different backgrounds and professors who were doing work in different fields. I personally worked on a number of different projects while I was there, and was able to do things as widespread as study design, study law, study sociology, while also doing some computer science related work.
Talk a little bit about the professors.
So the professors there are very open, very engaged with the students. They encourage a lot of group work and encourage you to come talk to them directly and really, I guess, encourage you to do more of what you're interested in, pursue your passions.
So was it a collaborative experience with the professors and other students in general?
Yeah, I would say it was a collaborative experience. You're very frequently working with other students on projects, working directly with professors on things they're interested in, and the classes tend to be focused on sort of real-world implementation of certain problems.
Okay. So actually, let's talk a little bit more about the intimacy and the collaborative aspect of the program, like we talked about in the other room. Like, what differentiates it because it is small groups of people? Can you expand on that a little bit? Maybe use those words.
Sure.
Those kind of words.
So, yeah, the classes tend to be pretty intimate. You might have 20, maybe 30 students in a room. The projects, generally the classes culminate in some sort of like applied project, and those projects you're always working with other students. The projects tend to be smaller groups, so you're working with 2 or 3, maybe 4 other students, and they're just a great way to apply what you're learning.
Okay. How would you differentiate this program from a standard engineering or computer science program?
Sure. So I think that a standard engineering or computer science program would be a lot more focused on theory, and the information school is a lot more focused on application. So you're learning about how technology is impacting communities around the world and what problems it can be used to solve directly. Yeah.
And beyond learning about those things, are you actually doing things to implement change?
Yeah. There's a huge opportunity for you to work on projects and to do further research into how technology can actually affect, people.
So how did you leverage your experience at the iSchool after graduation, and what did you do next?
So I mostly, I guess the way I leveraged my experience at the iSchool was through the network of people who I met while I was there. And by applying all of the techniques I had learned in, say, user interface design, usability research, as well as sort of like social impacts of technology. And what I did next, I ended up joining a, at the time, fairly small company that was solving a search problem. And so I had to build user interfaces that, you know, were focused on being highly usable, easy to understand large volumes of information that we were mining using this specific search engine.
And do you want to talk about Twitter and how you ended up here?
Yeah, sure. So after working on this search-related problem, I ended up coming to Twitter. I'm very passionate about Twitter, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that Twitter is very much a social medium. And being at the iSchool, I was able to do a lot of work and really research a lot of social impact of information technology. So this is a place where I really get to apply that directly, and it's been a great experience.
Let's see, I have 2 more questions. Who do you think the iSchool would be a good fit for?
I think the iSchool is a good fit for anyone who's really interested in technology and wants to explore different facets of how technology can be used or is used and where it impacts different fields around the world. Anyone who's interested in things from all the way from like design to sociology to law and I guess, you know, I don't know, nonprofit stuff.
Okay. How would you describe the iSchool? The tough question last.
I think the iSchool is a very multidisciplinary, it's a place to come and learn how to really understand the way technology impacts people and the ways that it can be applied effectively around the world.
Can you say that again, like that, pretty much say that exact thing again? Because you were thinking while you were saying
Yeah,
it, but
sure.
I think that was a great soundbite if you could repeat it.
What did I say?
I know.
The iSchool is a place to learn how information technology impacts people and how to apply it, something like that. Impacts people around the world and how to apply it effectively. So the School of Information is a great place to learn how technology impacts people around the world and how to apply it effectively.
That's great.
Good.
If you want to look at Giles, can you just talk about life there? What was life like? What did you do? What did you? I mean,
Sure.
You went to class. You had pals. You were friends with
Yeah,
professors. What
absolutely.
Did you do?
So the sort of social aspect of being in the school, there are a lot of great people there. It's a very small, intimate class size, so you really get to make a lot of deep connections with other people. I have a number of friendships that have lasted, even though I've been out of the school for 4 years now. And you know, in the context of school and classes, you get to work directly with these people every day. There's a lot of sharing of ideas and a great intimacy sort of inside the walls of the school itself. So.
And this was all about education for you. You went there for the educational opportunities, right? This was why you wanted to go to school. You wanted to
Right.
learn.
I was really interested in learning more about these different fields that are impacted by technology and the advances in technology, and yeah, it was a great experience.
Your major was prior to coming to.
Prior to coming to the School of Information, I had a degree in molecular genetics, so very, very sort of different from, say, computer science or another type of background.
And that wasn't that unusual to find different sort of degrees, or was it?
No, it's not unusual to find other students there who come from very different backgrounds. I had one particular good friend who was at the iSchool with me who has a background in art history. Others who had backgrounds in biology. You know, some who did have backgrounds in computer science, so ran a really wide range.
So it was interesting because there were other people there. It wasn't strictly an egghead class, or it was a wide variety of people, brought a lot of information, different perspectives.
That's
It was
right.
kind of unique in that sense.
Yeah, it's very multifaceted in terms of the makeup of the students, people coming from very different backgrounds, and a lot of different insights and inputs.
So how does that lend to the whole atmosphere of learning?
You know, it makes it very creative, and it makes it very sort of eye-opening, and really shows you a lot of different experiences and gives you a lot of different viewpoints that you wouldn't have had going to a school that doesn't bring those types of people together.
In the town of Berkeley, what were your impressions of Berkeley?
Berkeley's awesome. It's, you know, it's a great, really comfortable place to live. It's beautiful. You have a view of the water, view of the Golden Gate. The school campus is amazing. I mean, I love
Proximity
Berkeley.
to everything outside of Berkeley is pretty good too, I assume.
Yeah, it's easy to get to San Francisco. It's fantastic.
So you felt connected to Silicon Valley. You felt connected to San Francisco and the things that gone on. You didn't feel isolated.
Absolutely, and there are a lot of opportunities. You know, a lot of the businesses down in Silicon Valley, like Google, they come up pretty frequently to campus. There are a lot of events that you can easily get to in Silicon Valley or in San Francisco. Yeah, it's great.
And I have one question. I know you got so many great things out of this school, but if you had to name just one that you're like, this is one of the very best things that I got from going there.
Probably yep. So the best thing that I probably got out of going to the iSchool were the connections I made with my fellow students. They've helped me get all the jobs I've had since I've left the iSchool, and they've also continued to be a sort of platform not platform, but they've sort of continued to be a group of people I continue to lean on and still interact with on a day-to-day basis for support and guidance and, you know, all sorts of other things.
So a great decision.
Yeah, absolutely. Really glad I decided to go to the iSchool. I'd go back.
We all go back.
Good.